Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, Qur'an Girl here. Today's lesson is going to be on Alifaat Sab'a. And as a side note, if you happen to be watching this video today, and today's date is April 13th, it is in fact the last day to sign up for Bayna TV for a free 2-week trial. Definitely encourage you to do that. I've been doing the Bayna Access course, love it. Highly recommend it once you're done with Tajweed, or even if you have time to do them parallel to Tajweed. Another thing I highly recommend is, of course, Hifth. If you do all of these things together, you will, inshallah, benefit so much from them all. And please keep us in your dua as well in your journey of learning the Holy Quran. So, what we'd like to do today is Alifaat Sab'a. They're called Alifaat Sab'a because there's 7 different places where you can find these alifs. So we're going to try to memorize this list, because in addition to seeing that it's always going to be an alif with an oval on it, sometimes in certain mushafs the oval is not too clear. It might look like a circle, so you might confuse it with another alif. It might not be in gray. So, if you look at the Tajweed Mushaf Osmani script, you will find it there with a gray font, but you don't always have that, and some mushafs differ. So try and memorize this list, and that way you'll always know where these 7 cases are, where you have the Alifaat Sab'a. Basically, what happens in Alifaat Sab'a is that if you stop on the word that has the alif, one of these 7 alifs, then you will pronounce it with a mad tabi'i. If you continue recitation, however, you will drop that alif like it didn't exist. So that's what makes it special and unique. Now let's go through each one of these to take a look at how the rule applies in each situation. So we're going to start with Surah number 33, Surah Al-Ahzab, and verse number 10. You'll see that it's at the end of the verse that you find the word al-dhununa. Al-dhununa. Let's see when we do the recitation, first when we stop and then when we continue, how it's different. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ جاءوكم من فوقكم ومن أسفل منكم إذ زاغت الأبصار وبلغت القلوب الحناجر وَتَظُنُّونَ بِاللَّهِ الظُّنُونَ. If I stop, I'm going to say ظُنُونَ. Now, if I decide to go back and continue, وَتَظُنُّونَ بِاللَّهِ الظُّنُونَ هُنَالِكَ. ظُنُونَ هُنَالِكَ. Just a short na. So the mud is gone. Alright? So in that case, we're applying the rule of Alifaat Sab'a. Now let's look at verse number 66 in the same surah. Verse number 66, you will see that again the word ar-rasula is at the end of the verse. Alright? So we'll do it first with stopping at the end like we normally would recite a verse. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. يوم تقلب وجوههم في النار يقولون يا ليتنا أطعنا الله وأطعنا الرسول. That's it. I stop there. If I'm continuing, وأطعنا الرسول وقالوا. See how it shortens the la? You take away the tabi'i, mad tabi'i, and you only pronounce with the short la sound. The next one is the very next verse. وَأَطَعْنَا الرَّسُولَ وَقَالُوا رَبَّنَا إِنَّا أَطَعْنَا سَادَتَنَا وَكُبَرَاءَنَا فَأَضَلُّونَا السَّبِيلَ. See, there was a mad tabi'i at the end because I stopped. If I kept continuing, فَأَضَلُّونَا السَّبِيلَ رَبَّنَا. Sabila Rabbana, short la sound if I continue. If I stop, فَأَضَلُّونَ السَّبِيلَ, the tabi'i. So it's a pretty easy rule to remember, right? Now, the next is Surah Insan, and that is Surah number, let's see, Surah Al-Insan is number 76. Alright, so let's go over to Surah number 76. And in that surah, we're going to find two verses there, verse number 4 and 15. So we'll start with verse number 4. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعتدنا للكافرين سلاسل وأغلالا وسعيرا. See, سلاسل is a word that's found in the middle, right? So I just did the continuation first. It just was سلاسل وأغلالا. It wasn't سلاسل we didn't continue with a mad. Now if we were just to stop, إِنَّا أَعْتَدْنَا لِلْكَافِرِينَ سَلَاسِلًا, then you would have the mad. Now interestingly, in this particular situation, I have an asterisk on it because Hafs and Asim on Tariqa Shatbiya, it was done both ways. So it was done with the Alifaat Sab'a rule, and it was done also not using Alifaat Sab'a rule, right? Not using Alifaat Sab'a rule would be إِنَّا أَعْتَدْنَا لِلْكَافِرِينَ سَلَاسِلَ وَأَغْلَالًا وَسَعِيرًا, where you pronounce the mad even though you continue recitation. So it's interesting because both rules were applied. So that's why there's an asterisk, okay? So we're going to consider it both for the Alifaat Sab'a and that it's not. Alright. The next one is Qawarira, number 15. Number 15, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قواريرا. The word is قواريرا. When I stop, I'm going to do the mad. Now when I continue, I would say قواريرا. Did you notice that? I'm going to have to repeat the word twice, right? Because the next verse also starts with qawarira. Are both the qawariras the same in your mushaf? Take a look and see. Now in my particular mushaf that I'm looking at, this is Qur'an. And let's see if you guys can see it. Okay. If you can see it, you'll see that they both have the same similar looking alif with a circle on top. Neither are, you know, grayed out or anything like that. So it looks like the same, right? But because we know that this is one of the Alifaat Sab'a rules, we know that it's not going to act the same as the next qawarira. The qawarira that we follow the Alifaat Sab'a rule for is only the one in verse number 15. It's only the one that comes at the end of verse number 15. Now, you might ask yourself, well, does that mean for Alifaat Sab'a the word has to come at the end? No, because we just saw with salasila, the word didn't come at the end. Yeah, it could be recited both ways, and that has nothing to do with the fact that it came in the middle though, alright? So, qawarira, only the one in number 15 can be recited with Alifaat Sab'a rule. So, that means only that one, when continuing recitation, we're going to drop the mad. So here's what happens when we continue recitation. Pay close attention because you'll see the first one, we're dropping it to short ra. The second one, we're going to have the mad because it has no Alifaat Sab'a rule. Alright? So that's an interesting one to know. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قواريرا من فضة قدروها تقديرا. Let's see, did I pronounce that clearly enough? I'll do it again. I'll do the continuation again. قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا. There. That was clearer than the second time that I recited it. You could see that I said قوارير من فضة. Yeah? So just مد طبيعي, no need for an extra long sound. It's just multiplied by 2, just twice for مد طبيعي for the second قوارير من فضة, right? But that's what happens. And if you're just starting verse number 16 with this قوارير that doesn't have the Alifaat Sab'a, you're going to just recite it as قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا. Alright, I don't know if you guys have apps on your phones for Qur'an. One of the ones that I've historically used for a really, really long time is Qur'an, iQuran. And then a new one is one that I absolutely love, and it's great for Tajweed. It's called Mahfuz al-Wahyain. Mahfuz al-Wahyain. And this is what that one looks like. Mahfuz al-Wahyain. So of course you're going to have to type it in Arabic key font to actually be able to find it. But if you use iQuran as well, and you're not sure, like right now as I'm doing this, I'm hoping that I'm conveying the sounds correctly. What I can do is I can actually just tap on the verse in iQuran. There's the verses in iQuran. Can you see them? Yep, there you go. So I'm going to tap on the verse, then I'm going to tap on the play button. It's going to play Mishari al-Afasi. Alright, let's see how it sounds. And I'm going to choose the verse. Verse number, we said this was verse number 15. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا.
Now see, when he recited it, he just said the second one too, he dropped it, right? Which is very interesting. I want you to pay attention to this because different reciters will not all, in the recitation of an app like iQuran, for example, they will not always be doing the Hafs and Asim an Tariqa al-Shatibiya, right? Because we know that there's many different ways of recitation. Now let's try Husari and see what happens with Husari's recitation.
ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا.
That's very interesting because Husari also, and Husari is known to be the best reciter that you want to learn Tajweed from, right? So you didn't see too stark of a difference there. Now let's try with Abdul Basit. This is great too because I love different reciters, and there was a Ramzan competition I went to once where it was Qiyam al-Layl, and they had this competition. It was like a Jeopardy game, and they had all these different reciters on there, and they were listening to all the recitations, and they were like, okay, which reciter is this? And I thought it was so cool, like, mashallah, it's so amazing, like, to actually be able to listen to the different ones and to know how they sound. It's pretty incredible. All right, let's listen to Abdul Basit. So you kind of heard it a little bit more in Abdul Basit's recitation, where you could hear that the second قوارير من فضة, it was pronounced, right? So that's something to note. So mashallah, we got to go through a few different recitations. Then there's Surah Al-Kahf, and Surah Al-Kahf is Surah number 18, I believe. Yes, Surah number 18. So let's go over to Surah number 18 and verse number 38. Verse number 38. And this is the first word in that ayah, and it is lakinna. It's just pronounced when you're continuing recitation, lakinna. lakinna huwa Allahu Rabbi wa la ushriku bi Rabbi ahada. And when you're stopping on it, we're going to then do mad tabi'i. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Lakinna. Right? And then when you're continuing, you're going to drop it. لكنه الله ربي ولا أشرك بربي أحدا. Right? And the last but not least, the seventh, is the word ana. Ana means I. And it's interesting because in the Arabic language, when you say ana, you never say ana. Alright? It's always there. But in the Holy Qur'an, when you are, again, stopping on it, you are just going to pronounce it with tabi'i. You're going to say ana. And when you're continuing recitation, you're going to say ana, ana, the short, without the mad. So this is the Alifaat Sab'a. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed going through the Holy Qur'an, and that some of these apps are helpful for you. Definitely, try and listen to different reciters, but always pay attention to the Tajweed rules, and remember, reciters will recite sometimes with other forms of recitation, not necessarily Hafs and Asim on Tariq al-Shatwiyya that we do the Tajweed of in this Qur'an Girls series. Take care, inshallah. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.